The Walking Dead video game by Telltale Games has finally been released. I downloaded it on the PSN network, and today I want to give you my review. Now, this game follows the comic book storyline, so if you're only a fan of the TV show, you might be a little bit confused. Graphic-wise in this game, I, for one, love the graphics in this game. It has a very art style to it. It's very similar to the art style in the comic books. However, it's not black and white. It's in color, and I really enjoy it. It has the 3D aspect to it. It's not too realistic, not too cartoonish. The facial expressions on the characters are great. The blood, the action, everything in the graphics of this game is great, and I definitely give the graphics a 9. The graphics are spectacular. The gameplay for this game is simple, but there's a little tip that I'm going to give you that might make the controlling a little bit easier for you. You see, this game is not a straight action game. This is more of a game like Heavy Rain for the PlayStation 3, where you walk around, you discover hints, and then you act on that. Now, your action buttons are, your normal action buttons that we'll find on the right-hand side of the control. For the PlayStation, it would be triangle, square, circle, X. For the Xbox 360, it would be like X, Y, B, and whatever the other button was on the Xbox 360. However, you also have the same action buttons on the left side of your control, which is the D-pad. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, the action buttons for the D-pad? No, we're not going to use those. But you might want to reconsider that thought, and I will explain why. As you play through the game, you walk using the left analog stick like you do in every other game. You then control this icon, which is a 4-button icon that's invisible, it's transparent. You can put it around sort of like a mouse, and you control that with your right analog stick. And as you go over certain objects, an action button will point. It'll be like press X to do this action. But also you can press down on the D-pad to do the same action. So whatever button on the right hand side is that button for that action, you can do it on the D-pad. So if it's triangle for PlayStation, it's up on the D-pad. Now, this is where it gets important, because when you are fighting a zombie, you have to make sure you put the icon over the zombie's part of the body, mostly the head. That's where you're going to kill it. And you got to hit that action button quick, otherwise you're going to get killed by the zombie. This happened to me. So you don't have time to sit there and take the right analog stick, highlight over the head, and then press X. You might be really fast. I don't have those reflexes. So what I did was I used my right hand, move the icon over the zombie's head, and then press down on the D-pad, which is the equivalent to X on the other side, and sure enough, I killed the zombie very quickly. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking to themselves, boy, this gameplay kind of sucks, but it really works. Heavy Rain, a very intense game. In some ways, this game is more intense than Heavy Rain, because when the zombies come, it's very fast paced. You have a certain amount of time to do something, otherwise you will get killed. So, and there's not that many zombies around, but when a zombie encounter does happen, it it works on your nerves. It's very out of nowhere, and you have to take care of this threat. The story for this game, like I said, is different from the comic books and the show. You're not the main character, Rick Grimes, from the comics or the show. This time, the creators of the show, and Robert Kirkman worked closely with Telltale Games, said, you know what, we already seen Rick Grimes' story in the comics and in the show. Why bring that the video game? Let's experience something new. And although there is characters from the comic and show that makes their appearance in this game, such as Glenn Herschel, you know, they decided to go with a new character. And you know what? I enjoy this because at first I was like, I wish I was Rick. But you play as the character Lee, and basically, you know, he's in charge of watching over this little girl whose name is Clemmy, or she has a weird name, this little girl does. But anyway, her parents are missing. She's in a tree house. You know, so Lee finds her, and together these two are trying to stay alive in this giant zombie apocalypse world. This game works. You know, I had a lot of doubt, you know, after seeing plenty of videos and clips and so on. This game is really good. So, let's go to Final Verdict. Final Verdict. Okay, now this is a downloadable game. This is not a full game that you go and you purchase, you know, at a store for $60. This is an episodic game, which means this game is going to be 5 episodes long. I know on PSN you can buy the season pass, which as they get released, the episodes, you can get them automatically without having to pay each one. It's actually cheaper that way. I believe on the PSN this game is $15.99 or $14.99. And I think it's worth every bit of it. If you are a Walking Dead fan, this is a game you want to get. If you're a zombie game fan, this is the game you want to get. Now, this isn't like Resident Evil or, you know, or Left 4 Dead or Dead Island. You know, you're not going to have mountains upon zombies coming at you and you have to stay alive. This game is solely about telling a story. The creator said that, and that's what this game is. It's about telling a story. It's not about going and blowing the heads off of every zombie you see. So if that's what you're looking for, please stray away from this video. You know, stay away from this game and go purchase one of those titles. This game is, you know, strictly on telling a story, and it's for Walking Dead fans. If you want to play it to see how it is, I recommend you download the demo. Just don't go out and spend the money on the game. But I honestly think you will like the game. For a downloadable game, I definitely give this game a high rating. I'm going to give it an 8 for a downloadable game. I wish it was just a little bit longer, but I really enjoy it, and I can't wait for the next episodes. I'm Storms Inc., and that's my opinion. For more reviews on movies, video games, and comics, check out webacinema.com.